Studios. It's a pleasure to have you here with us today. Going to talk a little technology, see what's going on in the tech world, see what devices you're using, see what devices you anticipate, you look forward to, perhaps. I am currently streaming on new software. So if stuff looks a little different, might be because I'm on new software. So let me double check everything. Let me make sure everything sounds good, everything looks good, and we shall get started. I'm using Restream. So typically I use StreamYard. I'm kind of seeing what else is out there because StreamYard is mad expensive now. It used to be free. Then it went up to like $24. Then it went up to $44. And now it's up to $88 per month. It is insane. And here's the catch. I just got on TikTok and there's no auto connect where you can pair your account to StreamYard and then you just easily have one stream and then it'll send it out to all your different social media accounts. StreamYard doesn't have TikTok. I'm on Restream. Restream has TikTok pairing. So and it's cheaper. And the layout's pretty much the same. It's actually not even that different. But you know, it may take a stream or two for me to get used to this. So let's see what we got here. Yeah, we're good. I think we're good. Sorry, I got carried away. I got a new webcam. I think everything's good. So since that looks good, we are going to, let's see here. It takes me a while to get used to this. Let's see. Let's hide that. Now, let me go to Hickory Dickory Dock. Let's see here. How do I, on YouTube, you can go to your channel and see that you're live. How the hell can I tell if I'm live on TikTok? I have no clue. Give me just a second, people. Please, please, please. We'll get started, I promise. Does everything look good on your end? See, here's the thing. How do I even know? So I'm on Restream. Oh, there's the chat. Oh, there's the chat. Yo. Oh shit, I'm on the wrong. I got three different I have four monitors, two different keyboards. Yo. Okay. What the hell's going on? Can you hear me? Why did my music stop? Oh, yes. My earbuds disconnected and went to the wrong computer. Bear with me, folks. Give me just a second. Give me just a second here. Okay, so let's go to Bluetooth. Boy, what a mess. There's the music. Let me disconnect from my Nothing Ear A. Remove. All right, I think we're good. So I remove that because this one earbud is jumping between the different computers I'm using. I know, what a mess this is. We're going to get to technology here in just a second. Bear with me. Okay, well, we have some interesting news that I really, wouldn't have guessed. And it'll be interesting to see where this goes because I can kind of see it going either way, and I'll explain myself here in just a second. I'm getting my TikTok live studio set up so I can have some controls on the back end. I don't even know if I'm live. I think I am, but let's see here. I should be live. I think I'm live, no? Okay, good. I'm live. Yo, this thing is so weird. Okay, that's my problem, not yours. All right, let's get this going. Did I give I think I got the winner from yesterday's win. Did I get the winner their money yesterday? No, I didn't. Damn it. Dustin. Um let me reply. It's been a mess. Okay. Oh, well, hang on. What is your Cash App? Or do you want Amazon e-gift card? I totally forgot about the winner yesterday. Damn it. Okay. So I'm going to be honest with you. There's not a whole lot going on, but I do have discussion. I do have stuff we can talk about, interesting stuff. And I want to get your opinion as well on some of these topics, right? Is the music too loud? So, nah, sounds good. This is this a test live for the restream? It's both. It's a test live and it's a real live. So this is my first time ever using restream, so that's why I'm kind of like and pairing it to TikTok. So I'm live streaming on TikTok and YouTube. Now, I had originally earlier today set a live stream on StreamYard. That's why maybe a few hours ago you saw an upcoming stream from me. Well, that was initiated from StreamYard. So I think this is a completely separate one because I don't even know how to apply a thumbnail to this thing. So I'll figure all that out. It's an official live. I think you know what I'll do? I'll change the one that was for earlier today. Are you a member? I think you might be. Uh you know what? Let me see if I can give away some memberships here. I think are you already a let's see. Audio sounds good. How does the webcam look? Does it look good? I purchased a new webcam as well. The old one sucked. Here's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna do with the channel. So we'll get into a little bit of the channel stuff, and then we'll get into tech stuff. You're not okay. Let me gift some memberships because what I'm gonna do is, I think I'm gonna change up some stuff with my channel. I think what I'm gonna do is I want to get the membership stuff going off the ground. Have special members only live streams, members only giveaways. The phone giveaway that I'm going to do, it's going to be a members only phone giveaway. But what I think I'm going to do is Monday through Friday, normal live streams, just how like I have been doing Monday through Friday. And then I think on Saturday and Sunday, it's going to be members only. I think. Monday through Friday probably be around 4 p.m. Members only on Saturday, Sunday. I don't know, maybe around the same time, or maybe I should schedule it whenever it's more convenient for the majority of the members, right? It looks good. Awesome. All right, so let me gift you a membership here real quick. Hang on. because I'm giving out a bunch of free memberships at the beginning. And then if you want to stick around, that's your, prerogative. You can stick around. I think the base membership is $3 a month. And if not, no harm, no foul. But I need to get the membership stuff like content rolling to make it worth its while. I don't want to just gift memberships and do nothing with it. So let me gift you a membership here. I'm doing it right now on my phone. Give me 1 second. All right, so let's gift members. Come on. The thing that sucks is I don't even know if I can see what's going on in TikTok. Joshua got one. Hang on, I'm going to do another one. We're giving out memberships today because I'm going to get my members only live stream. What I'll do is I'll do our very first members. Well, I guess it'd be our first or second live stream tomorrow. I'm kind of doing this today because I want to test out Restream. And then tomorrow we'll do members only giveaways and stuff like that. All right, let's see. I'm handing out memberships here for free. Damn, did Brian even get one? So we'll get this started here in just a second. We're handing out memberships left and right. Okay, so I'm actually getting what's the right word? I'm actually getting excited is not the right word, but maybe encouraged is the right word with the launch of this Pixel device, Pixel 11 series. Now I know I've been not their biggest fan as of late, and I think viewers of this channel know that. Not the biggest fan, and it's just one issue, really. Now, is it a perfect phone? No. If you took away this one big issue that I have with Pixel, would I be satisfied with 100% of the device? No. Like, there's still a few things that obviously you don't put it on, I hate to say it, but iPhone level. There's a few things that it's come short of coming to Samsung level, right? But overall, in the grand scheme of things, if in a vacuum, meaning if you just have glasses on and you're blocking out all other devices on the left and the right and all around you, if you're just looking at the Google Pixel, let's just say the Pixel 11 Pro XL, the flagship device, I think it's a really good phone. Like I believe 9 out of 10 people that purchase it are gonna like it, are gonna use it, and be satisfied with it. Now, there's always 1 out of 10, 10 out of 100. There's always maybe 10% that don't like it, but I think it's a really good phone. Now, again, just real quick, what's my big issue with it? This is not really well known. That's why I talk about it a lot, because more people need to know this, because I don't want you to purchase this phone and then 6 months down the line be like, what the hell? Like, what happened to me? I had to find out the hard way. So after, and now Google implemented this. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. I know my viewers have heard it 1,000 times, so I'm just going to skim over it because I don't want to bore people to death. Google implemented this with the Google Pixel 9a, and then with the Pixel 10 series, and then with the Pixel 10a, and now with the Pixel 11 series. What they're doing, after 200 charging cycles, your battery capacity drops to 80%, meaning you can't charge it past 80%, and they cut your charging speeds in half. Now, this is true because mine's sitting in the closet, and my wife's phone takes damn near 2 hours to charge. It's freaking ridiculous. It ruins just that one little setting, and you cannot turn it off. This is not optional. This is baked into the operating system. It would be a completely different story if this was optional. See what I'm saying? I would have no problems with it. If you want to, baby your battery, be my guest. If you're like me that only uses a phone for a year, sells it and gets the new one, that could be a problem for users like myself. Now, depending on where you fall in that boat, it is what it is. But I'm sure there's more people that use their phone for 2 to 3 years than people like myself. But even people like myself, why did they have to put it at 6 months? Why? Now, I say 6 months, 200 charging cycles. If you charge your phone once per day, so 200 days, comes out to around 6 months, right? I think just over 6 months. It's a problem. Why didn't they put it at 1 year? Why didn't they put it at 365 charging cycles? You think they would at least give people a year, let the people that want to get a new Pixel every year, allow them to do that. And then the people that don't, then you can slow their charging and baby their battery. But that's a huge issue because once you go past 6 months, 200 charging cycles, my Pixel 10 Pro has sat in the closet over there and I have not pulled it out. It's a damn near, I say it's a waste of money for me. Everybody's different. Everybody uses their phone. May not bother you, and that's cool, but it bothers me. But here's the thing. You need to know this before you go out and buy the Pixel 11. Because like I said, I don't want you to go buy it, enjoy it, love it. And they are increasing the charging speeds this year. But after 6 months, it's a different story. But I don't want you to go out there, purchase it, buy it, and then you're like, on your 201st charging cycle, you're like, well, damn, why is my phone taking 2 hours to charge? What's going on here? And this information is not widely searchable online. Sure, there's a few publications like 9 to 5 Google that put out a great article on it. I've talked about it plenty of times, and there's a few publications that put it out there. It's a real thing. I'm not just telling you this. But that's why I have like a love-hate relationship with Pixel. But let's take my issue and put that to the side. Okay, so everybody's aware of that issue. Let's put it over there on the shelf, and let's just put on blinders. Let's think about the first 6 months of use with the Pixel 11. I think it's going to be a great phone. Now, the CPU, yeah, we all know it's not a Snapdragon. The GPU, we definitely know it's not a Snapdragon. So we know that. Now, it doesn't really, and you're going to hear me say this a lot, that Pixel is great for everybody, except for gamers and or video editors. Now, I said that recently. I haven't actually used a Pixel in months. Somebody commented in one of my videos this week and said, well, actually, my Pixel 10 Pro XL plays games literally just fine. And I have a lot of games. And I was like, really? And so my Pixel was dead. I got on my wife's Pixel, had her download a couple games, and played it. And I don't play games, but push a couple of buttons here and there. Yeah, it was fine. Now my only gripe when I say games and video editing, so games might be fine. Look, it may not do the very best frame rate. You know what I'm saying? And again, put your blinders on. If you have a S26 Ultra, an iPhone 17 Pro Max, yeah, it might not get the best frame rate, but it'll still play them fine without it looking choppy and skippy. Now, I had a Pixel 9 Pro XL. It was one of my favorite phones of all time, and it got jacked up when I put it on the beta program. Now, my video editing on there was very, very, very choppy, very poor performance, but I think that was attribute. I think that was due to the beta program. So it's been a while since I've used a Pixel as my daily driver. I think it was that Pixel 10 Pro that I've had, but I used it, for the first 6 months, and then it's been in the drawer for the last 6 months. So, and it's the whole charging thing. So it's a good phone. I think it's going to surprise a lot of people. There's a lot of people shitting on this launch of the Pixel, and I get it. People are going to complain. People just look at the spec sheet. But to Google's credit, again, if you look at this smartphone just as a whole with blinders on, I know that's not reality, but if I hand you a Pixel 11 Pro XL and I say, have fun, sign in, use it as your daily driver, I'll get back with you in a month. I guarantee you, over the next 30 days, after I hit you up again and ask you about your experience, you're really not going to have anything bad to say about it. I can guarantee you that. Now, it might be a little quirk here or there, or, well, yeah, the power button is not the same as on iPhone or my Samsung or my OnePlus. I get it. I don't like that either because I'm always pushing the wrong button. But I'm talking about major issues like, oh, it can't play Angry Birds, or damn it, I can't edit my YouTube videos on there. I doubt there's going to be any of that. So that's why I'm kind of excited, because these are getting all new hardware as far as camera hardware. The video, so the video zoom, when you zoom in on video, I think, what does my Samsung go up to? Like 20x? Google's going to implement like 100 or 120x video zoom. Now, it may not, may be pretty blurry. However, they're going to use AI to enhance that blurry image at 100 or 120x on video. It's supposed to be pretty cool. Now, I did a short earlier that I uploaded on YouTube and TikTok that their face unlock is getting much better. Now, little known fact, the Pixel series for the last year or two is maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you watching this can correct me if I am, or if you know of any other devices. Pixel's the only Android device that'll actually allow you to face unlock a banking app. And that's not common in the Android world. It is common in the iPhone world because they have a 3D model, a 3D scan of your face for Face ID. Android only got, pick any Android manufacturer, there's only one camera up there. Now, maybe there's some weird, experimental phone that has two cameras up there, but for the most part, your flagships just got one camera sensor up there. The Pixel is the only one that is the most secure face scan or face unlock that these banks will allow you to use that as a security feature. No other Android phone does that, and nobody talks about this. That's a big deal to a lot of people. It's little things like that like, oh, well, shit, I didn't know that. This new one's coming with the new Titan M3 security chip. This will be the most secure, hands down, mobile device in the world when it launches next month. Yes, even more than iPhone. That is correct. State-of-the-art security chip. So for as much crap as they do get, because that's all I've been seeing online. That's all I've been seeing online is people talking shit about this phone. Oh, this, oh, that. And I will hear some complaints. I'll listen to them. And sure, no phone is perfect. I'll be the first to admit that. But I think just overall, it's a good phone. Now, is it overpriced? Probably. You're going to be shocked. Maybe you won't, but every phone in this next fiscal year, that launches is going to be overpriced. Every phone. If you're not aware, every phone that launches from here on out is the prices are going to be inflated. The new Samsung foldables that are coming out on July 22nd, on Monday or Tuesday. Samsung is increasing the prices uh, by up to $400 per device. So they're all overpriced. So that complaint can be met with evidence from its competitors saying, well, is it? Now, for what you get, price for what you get. Yes, I get it, right? Performance. But again, plays games. I'm sure it edits videos fine. Of course, we will see. We are getting one in house, so we will have one and we'll certainly test it out. But I think it'll do everything fine. And it pictures and videos, I think it'll do great. Now, the competition has caught up in picture wise. A couple years ago, it used to be the very best camera phone you could find, and I think competition caught up for whatever reason. Technology just got better, developers got better, hardware got better. So I would like to see them take that next step and reclaim their supremacy when it comes to photo qualities and picture quality. And I think there's a strong possibility that could happen. Um, so I'm excited. I'm excited to see what we get here on the what is it, August 12th. What else am I missing? Am I missing anything else here? As far as you don't like Google phones? Oh, I mean everybody's different. So yeah, yeah. And look, I'm not just boosting them up. Like there's a few things I would like to see them do. I would like now. I think they're too far into I was gonna say I would like to see them drop their Tensor program and go with Snapdragon. That's not gonna happen. Uh, I mean, I think the only other option they could use is MediaTek, which is a good option, but they're too far invested in Tensor. They're it just hasn't worked out as far as I'm talking about their Tensor CPU. It just hasn't grown into what I thought it would be. When we got the news, what is it, 6 years ago, 6 or 7 years ago that they were doing their own processor, I was ecstatic. I didn't have I wasn't on social media at that time, but I was ecstatic and I was like, yes, finally. I thought we were gonna see like the Apple stuff. Turns out it's the opposite. Um, you know, and I think everybody feels the same way. I'm like, I see why they did it, and that's an easy out. Well, we're not after performance. I'm kind of contradicting myself because in the 15 minutes ago I was saying, well, it's really not that big of a deal. And in the grand scheme of things, look, for the average user, it's not a big deal. But for tech enthusiasts, for me, probably you, it's a big deal. Now, we make up a very small percentage of society. There's more Pixel users than there are, or potential Pixel users than there are tech enthusiasts. Let's be honest. Now, I say to you and me, it matters, but to the average person, because who is Google's target market, target audience, right? It's probably the mid to young to middle-aged business professional. That's my opinion, right? Maybe, I don't know, 25 to 45 age group, men and women, because a lot of women have pixels as well. But I'm sure there's more men. Well, I don't know. Yeah, it's probably more men that have pixels. But are they worried about how the CPU performs versus the latest Snapdragon CPU? No, they couldn't even. They probably don't even know what the CPU is called. You know what I'm saying? They probably don't even know what the Tensor G6 is. So I'm just saying, like, to the average customer, it doesn't matter. And I think Google was gearing the CPU and marketing towards AI in the overall experience compared to it's a gaming oh shit compared to it's a gaming beast. You know what I'm saying? Like that's if you're a gaming beast, you're going to be getting another device. Google knows that. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I have like a love hate relationship with this phone, with this Pixel phone because I'm just like I can see both ways. You know, I'm not gonna get one this year. I'm not getting one. My wife's gonna get one. I'm not. So I don't know. Maybe my opinion will change when we get hers in. Maybe it won't. But I'm gonna skip getting one this year. That's just me. It's the first time I've ever skipped getting one. What's going on, brother? Glad to see you here. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah. That's. Can you even compare the two? I mean, I know you can, but the Oppo does everything better. So now, what about updates? What about updates with Oppo? They're on time, they're monthly, because that's the only other comparison that Google might have an advantage over as far as updates, but the Oppo does everything better, you know? So yeah, it's hard to go back to Pixel, and that's again, it falls on Google for not for kind of now I love the design. I think the Pixel is the best looking phone ever made. That's just my opinion. Or maybe not ever made, but I absolutely love the design. But when you have other options out here, and I don't think it's a design thing. I think it's an internal thing. I think they need to do more with their ecosystem. Their Google ecosystem blows. It sucks. Let's just be honest. It sucks. It's way down on the list. That's why you'll never see me using Pixel Buds, right? I use Sam's Galaxy Buds, and now I'm on these Nothing Buds. They suck. The earbuds blow. They are coming out with the new Google Book. We're gonna grab one of those. I don't know where that's going, but Apple's got the very best. Samsung's got the second best, and then you're just fighting for scrums after that, right? I was gonna say OnePlus, but probably Motorola or yeah, Oppo, because they have. Of course, Oppo doesn't have any. But see, for a real ecosystem, you got to have desktop, mobile, and audio. Meaning, you got to have some sort of computer, desktop or laptop. You got to have a mobile device, a phone, and or a tablet. Yeah, and then earbuds, right? Motorola doesn't have computers. Does BBK or Oppo have any companies that put out laptops, or at least in China? Well, look, that's one area that they can certainly can improve upon. I just don't like Pixel Buds. Just the battery life sucks, and it just doesn't fit in my ear. So I've just never been a fan of that. The watches look too girly to me, so I've never been a fan of that. And mine's been sitting in the closet for the last 6 months because of the whole charging deal. So their ecosystem sucks. And again, that's their own fault. But I do think the Pixel 11 will be a good product. I just I go kind of back and forth and back and forth, but I can do that with any phone. I can do that. You can do that with any phone, right? No phone is perfect. So it just happens to be a Pixel's moment right now. Well, actually, Samsung's stuff is coming up. You know what? I found a. Did y'all see the official video and or leak of the Z Fold 8, the new wide body, the new wide style? Let's see. XI and Pro. They're coming out with the Oppo Find X10 Pro Max here pretty soon. I think in the next few months. Huh. Honor 600 Pro. I've never seen that. I'll have to look into that. Nice. Yeah, this was going to be a test stream, and kind of made it a real. I'm using new software, Restream instead of StreamYard, because Restream will allow me to connect TikTok on the back end, and StreamYard won't. So, you know, looks like I'll be using a Restream here from here on out, but I don't know where any of the controls are. That's why it may look a little different to some of y'all. The Pixel 10 Pro XL, not sure why, but typing on it was amazing, and cameras were great too. I just wish it was more easier to customize, like with Samsung. Yeah, that's another area that they've been lacking big time, but they've improved a little bit over the last last two feature drops. They've improved the theming, but it's nowhere near Samsung and or OnePlus or Oppo, or I guess I've used a Xiaomi phone, but it's been a long time. They've got a lot to do. And I think that was one of the areas, because from a Pixel standpoint, you got to also ask yourself, okay, to the current Pixel users, or if you've used a Pixel phone in the past, what has made you switch, right? Because another part of these manufacturers, of these companies, of these phones, is how to keep the customer on your device, right? Don't let them, like Apple has made a career out of it, right? Locking you into the ecosystem, locking you into the phone. Find the top three reasons why people will leave your product and go to a competitor's product, and cut those top three out, and then we'll have more people on our ecosystem. Well, I think, and I don't know, we haven't seen the numbers, right? But I think somewhere in that list of reasons why people leave Pixel and go to Samsung or go to Apple is because they get bored with it. I'll just be honest with you. Maybe there's a better word, but that's that's the first thing that came to my mind. They get bored with it. Pretty freaking basic. Now that has been on top of my list. Now, fortunately for me, I got tons of phones around here, so I can just pick up another phone. But if you're a person that just uses, like a normal person, I know I'm definitely not normal, like a normal person that just uses one phone, that might be an issue. What if you get it from T-Mobile and you're stuck in a carrier contract for 3 years? And you're like, man, I don't want to have this phone for the next 3 years. I'm bored with this thing after 3 months. That's a problem. And I know they're aware of it, because in recent memory, just in some recent past, their last couple of feature drops have been big on adding this, adding that, theming icons, apps, all sorts of stuff, widget stuff. And they need to do more, because they've come a long way from just a year ago, but they're still far behind. Like, they need to do more, because it's still not quite as customizable as my Motorola phone, which is almost Pixel-like. It's just Pixel software more customizable. And I've always said that. I said, damn, they need to take a page out of Motorola's book, because this is essentially Pixel software. It's just far more customizable. If the Google Pixel had this software on the Pixel, it would be badass, at least UI wise, right? I think they know that. I just don't know why they're not. I just don't know why they're not acting faster on bringing more features, functionalities, widgets, colors, customization. I think they will. It's just going to take a little time. Yeah, who the hell's calling me? Hang on 1 second. Hello. It was a scam call. Every now and then, I like to pick up the phone and just not say anything, see what they say. Yeah, that's good. So you're getting updates on your Oppo Find N6. Wow. Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that because man, just a couple of years ago that was not the case. Yeah, I'm sure they do. Um, are you buying anything from the launch event Wednesday? Yeah, I'm gonna get the Flip 8. I'm gonna get the Flip 8. I'm not a foldable. I just can't do the foldables for whatever reason. I've tried in the past. I know some people are like, "What? I just can't do it." I like the Flip because I've had every flip ever made from the OG, the very first one, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth is every single one I've purchased. So I like that form factor. It takes me back to the nostalgia. You know, I grew up in the. I think my first phone was a flip phone. So you see what I'm saying? So it's that thing. It's that deal. Now I don't like the foldables to be completely honest with you. They well, I don't. Okay, I'm gonna take that back. It's not that I don't like them. It's that yeah. I guess I don't like them. But it's a personal thing. I know a lot of people love them, and I'm okay with that. If it's a good phone for you, hey, more power to you. I just can't do it. I've come so close. My wife and I went to Best Buy. We were so close to getting the Fold 7, Fold 6 or Fold 7. I can't remember. And both of us are the same way. We're like, oh man, I I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think I'm gonna open it. I don't think I would open it up a lot. I just don't. So plus they took the S Pen support away. I don't know. If I had to get one, if I had to choose, it would be the wide. It would be the Z Fold 8, which is going to be the wide fold. And maybe look, maybe that might change my mind. But here's the problem. I'm not going to drop $2,500 to try it out. Sorry. It's kind of like if I haven't bought one at this point, I'm certainly not going to buy one now that they jacked the price up. So I think those days are long gone, long gone. If Samsung wants to send me one, I'll use it, but I'm not going to spend my money on something that's that much more expensive. I'm going to get the Flip because I love the Flip, and plus for shooting content, it's actually a really good phone. If you vlog a lot, if you're somebody like me that makes videos, it's actually a really good device because you can record essentially you can close the Flip, use those two main sensors as a selfie camera, which blows away the traditional selfie camera. So little stuff like that I actually like. So I always carry two phones with me everywhere I go, at least two phones. And having a phone that folds in half and just slides into your pocket, hey, it's great. So I love the Flips. So and I was originally not going to get one, and then we heard last week this was going to be their last year for them. So I'm like, well, shit, because I wasn't going to get the Pixel this year because of my whole issue with their 200 charging cycle thing, and I wasn't going to get the Flip this year because let me tell you why I was not going to buy a Flip. It's because I use it for 6 to 8 months, and then I just lose interest, or another phone comes out, and I'll just throw that to the side. So I was like, well, what's the point of doing that all over again? I've done it for the last 7 years, right? And then I get word that this is going to be their last one. Now, I said last week, I was like, maybe Samsung is being clever. Maybe they're just saying that so people like myself will go out and get it because it's the last one. People that love that series are going to freak out and go grab the last one that they're going to produce. So, Samsung telling the truth. I have no clue. But they twisted my arm enough to where I'm like, God dang it. Well, I guess I'll go grab me another one. I like it. I enjoy it. I just wasn't gonna get it because I don't know. They haven't really refreshed anything. Well, excuse me, they did refresh. It's going to be a refresh, but it's going to have, at least in our region, the new Snapdragon CPU. So that's a big deal to me. I've been using Exynos CPUs in these flips for the last 2 years, and yeah, it's just not cutting it. So now that they're switching to Snapdragon, boom, I'm getting that for sure. So yeah, I'll be getting one. I'll be getting one for sure. You should try the wide. Yeah, yeah. I think if there was a foldable, I had to get if I was forced to get a book style foldable, it would be the wide body or wide style or whatever you want to call it. I because that was one of the issues with the current or last year's Z Fold 7, the book style. When you open it up, it's because look, I'm used to using a phone, right? The 21 by 9 aspect ratio. When you open it up, it turns into a rectangle. And I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do with this? Now, what do I do all day? You're not going to find me scrolling on social media. I post and I get off. I post and I get off. And I do that on purpose because I don't waste my time. But for video editing, and I do all my video editing on my phone. So it would just the aspect ratio with the book style just too weird. Now that's where the wide body comes in. When you open that thing up, it's like the size of a monitor, a 16 by 9 format monitor. So it'd be perfect for video editing. It'd be perfect for watching YouTube videos. When you fold it closed, that little rectangle square, when it's closed, perfect for TikTok, perfect for Instagram. So that that one might have my name written all over it, but then again, it's $2,500. So here's probably what I'll do. I'm not against trying one, but I'll probably wait this time next year because nobody sends me any phones. I got to buy all this stuff. Had to buy three S26 Ultras. I had to buy the Nothing Phone 4, a Pro, the Motorola Signature. I'm getting the Pixel when it comes out. I'm gonna get the Z Flip 7. So I might have to look for a good priced used one. I'm definitely getting the Flip 8. So when this Z Fold 8 comes out, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. And that was one of the reasons why I wasn't going to purchase a Flip and a Pixel for myself in these next 2 months. Cause I'm like, I've spent so much money on these damn things over the last few months or this year already. I'm like, oh man. So yeah, if I'll put it this way. I think I convinced myself to at least give the wide version a try. I just don't think it's going to be this week or next week. You know what I'm saying? It'll probably be like 6 months or something. If I can find a good one at a good price, I'll get it. But I'm certainly not going to buy one next week. I'm going to get the Flip 8 next week. But we shall see. Well, it is that time. I do appreciate your time and joining me for kind of a testing out this new streaming platform. I think it's okay. Um, we'll just have to continue to try it. I need to start moving around, pushing some buttons, and see what everything does. But it looks pretty close to StreamYard. StreamYard's a damn ripoff, man. Anyways, appreciate your time. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Tomorrow, I'm gonna do a members only live stream. Now, this is for the YouTube side. I'm streaming on YouTube and TikTok. On YouTube, I'm gonna do a members only live stream. We'll do a giveaway, members only giveaway. And the next public live stream on YouTube will probably be Monday. So you're going to keep your Fold 7. That's probably the smart thing to do, right? If I had one too, I mean, look, if I was not on YouTube, and I would probably do the same thing. I think everybody's going to be shocked just how expensive these phones are going to get. And I know we haven't really had a big launch, meaning an iPhone launch or even the launch of the S26 Ultra. Even although some models did see small increases of prices, we haven't seen anything yet. So starting with this Samsung foldable unpacked event July 22nd, that's when the shit hits the fan. That's when the increase in prices are officially here. You're going to see drastic price increases from here on out, starting on July 22nd. I think and look, you hear price increase, but when you physically see it with your own eyes, when you add it to your cart, when you go to checkout, you're going to be like, holy shit, that's expensive. Just wait. And then you got Pixel coming out. Then you got iPhone coming out. Then you got Oppo coming out. It's good. And then you got the S27 series coming out. It, it's get ready. Get ready. I would actually like to see the phones made that are just basically the front screen of the Fold Wide or OG Pixel Fold. These are like some of the last short phones. If you want a smaller phone these days, you basically need to go to rugged or something super niche like Unihertz. But those front screens on the OG Pixel Fold, Oppo Find In, those are one-handers. Yeah. Yeah, and we'll have to see next week just how I think the dimensions are already out actually for the Z Fold 8. But yeah, I agree with you. It should be one hand when you use it closed and then two hands when it's open, right? I think that's the point. I just wish they would enable an S Pen to work with it. That's and it's not. It's not going to work with these, and it sucks. So appreciate your time. I'm going to get out of here. I'll see y'all on YouTube tomorrow for members only, and then on TikTok. I'll probably do an independent TikTok stream tomorrow. So appreciate it. Please take care. Have a safe but enjoyable rest of the day. Now I just got to figure out how to end the damn thing. There's no end button here. The hell? There's really not. Huh. There we go. Found it. All right. I'm out of here. I'll see y'all.